Alright, welcome on in. Hello everyone, hope everyone's doing well. We're back with some more Hogwarts Legacy. I do have a main quest to do, but there's two side quests here that I want to do before we get hopping on that main quest.
Can I help you?
Oh, thank goodness. Yes. My name is Grace Pinch Smedley. Of the Bath Pinch Smedleys? I was hoping someone would come along soon. I was about to defy my father's wishes and would never have forgiven myself. You see, I need to retrieve something from the bottom of the lake. Might you be the one to help me?
An underwater adventure sounds like fun.
Diving into the lake sounds like an adventure. Tell me more.
Splendid! Precisely the response I'd hoped for.
What do you need help retrieving?
Years ago, my grandfather,
What is going on with this little
who fancied
guy?
himself quite the
He's
astronomer,
like,
set sail from
Do it again.
Hogsmeade Station for what was meant to be a
There we
quick
go, buddy.
stargazing cruise with my grandmother. They never
Be careful.
returned.
I'm so sorry. What happened?
Careful.
We can't be sure. We only know
Gentle.
that neither they nor their boat made it back to shore. They were presumed drowned. Father was so distraught that he forbade our family from setting foot on or in the Black Lake ever again. A treasured family astrolabe vanished with them that night. If you could dive down and retrieve it, I may be able to bring my father some peace.
Should I know who your family are?
You seem to think I might have heard of the Bath Pinch Smedleys. Why would I know your family?
That's like asking why the sky is blue or grass is green. The Pinch Smedley name is synonymous with intellectual curiosity. We are known for our contributions to science and art. I'm surprised you haven't heard of us, frankly. But with all I plan to discover about the world around us, those that don't yet know the name certainly one day will.
What is an astrolabe?
What exactly is an astrolabe?
It's an astonishing ancient navigational tool. Essentially a handheld model of the universe. It's mainly used for studying the stars, astronomical pursuits, but it has nearly 1,000 uses. Fascinating device. Sadly, I'd imagine it's rusted.
What's in the water? What's in the water? What was that?
Return to us. It would
What's-
be like getting
huh?
out of my grandparents back.
No, go back. What's the thing in the water?
It sounds dangerous.
I wasn't ready for
especially
that.
For something of mere sentimental value.
We're gonna die.
I understand.
There's monsters in the
But
lake.
I'd be forever grateful. Of course, you may discover much more than the astrolabe. Anything else you found would be all yours. I've cross-referenced the vessel's last alleged location against the lake's topography, depth charts, and tide schedule. My best guess is that it's just over there, about a furlong.
She
from the
goes
dock.
just over there, doesn't point anywhere to indicate what there means.
I do hope you find the astrolabe. It would mean so much to our family.
It sounds as if her astrolabe. The dock. I should dive down and see.
How do we deal with this creature? Okay, we let it figure us out. I just found a cheap way to get the 100 combo trophy, so that worked out well. Must collect all the things.
This must be where the Pinch Smedley family astrolabe is.
A brushed wool cape. A Celtic hero cape. A ceramic mask. Gray motley garb.
I should let Grace know that I found her family astrolabe.
I'm coming. I am on my way. No.
Hello, Grace. I followed your bearings on a dive in the Black Lake.
Oh, how incredible! Did you find the astrolabe?
I did, and here you are.
I did. I hope it makes your father happy.
It will. I can't wait to see his face. Thank you so much for doing this for me, and for my family. You do well to keep an eye out for more spots to dive. A diver of your caliber is certain to find all sorts of things down there. Thank you again. And I do hope you keep diving. You certainly have a knack for finding treasure.
I do like the runes on that. You know, looks dope.
I never thought Ramrock's loyalists would go this far.
Pardon me, is everything all right?
Hardly. I've just lost my business and almost my life. You'd best look elsewhere for wares. I've nothing to sell now. I never thought it'd come
Arn.
to this. Be on your guard.
Name is Arn.
Ramrock and his loyalists will spare no one.
They attacked you.
Oh, Ranrock has no patience for goblins who won't join him. While I too would like to see goblin kind treated by wizards as equals, bloodshed is not the answer. When I said as much, they turned on me, struck me till I nearly passed out. Took my carts, my belongings, even that which is most precious to me, my paintings.
Good buddy. You're a good boy, I know. You're rubbing that because that's what you like. Has this happened before?
Has Ranrock's lot ever attacked you like this before?
They've been taunting and threatening me for a while now. They've always believed that violence is the only way to get what they want. Things have taken a much darker turn of late. Ranrock is getting more powerful, and his loyalists know it. They feel untouchable. Ranrock assumed that all goblins would agree to follow him. But he was wrong. Many of us would like a diplomatic end to the discord with wizard kind.
Are you a painter?
You mentioned that your paintings were taken. Are you a painter?
I am. It's my calling, though most would think it an unusual path for a goblin. Most of my family work in metal, or associated with Gringotts. I'd wager my finest brush that Ranrock's lot have no appreciation for any of my work, and it'll be tossed aside for kindling. Without my carts and my livelihood, who knows when I'll be able to paint again?
I shall keep an eye out.
I'm sorry this happened to you. I shall certainly keep an eye out for your cards.
That is very kind of you, but I think they took them to their camp southwest of here, just past some ruins.
Oh, we can do
Too
that.
dangerous to try and retrieve them.
No, it's not.
I did enchant the carts to
No
return
issues.
to me if I ever lost them, however.
We will be
Slim though the
doable.
chances may be. I'm holding out hope that some of what was taken is returned to me. It was
That
nice meeting
should
you.
be
Wish it
doable.
had been under better circumstances.
Just a second. I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. So I'm gonna go. I'll be right back so that we can do this goblin camp. So we will be back. Okay, let's go to this goblin camp. Oh, we got quite a ways to travel to get to this goblin camp.
After what Ranrock did to that goblin banker at Gringotts, I shouldn't be surprised at what happened to Arn.
That's fair because Ranrock killed that guy. And like picked him up and slammed him on the ground. Hey, what's up, Brawler? How's it going? Welcome in. Beasts, welcome. For Archie? I don't know what this is for, but... Is that a whole dragon? Yo! Okay.
Revelio.
The Hebridean Black is a large dragon that can grow to over 9 meters in length. A large rough scale originally belonging to one of these beasts is one of the prized possessions that Archie Bickle keeps in his hideout. Wait, he's actually got one of the scales? Yeah, it's right there. Yo, legit, if this was like a real adventure, I would take the heck out of that. I would steal that so quick. He's just leaving it out and about. It's a Hebridean Black Dragon scale, bro. Like, I would have grabbed that the minute I could and just walked away. It's not like it's guarded. What's the worst that's going to happen? He's going to get upset when he gets back? Like, pff, the only person you can get upset with is yourself. Ooh. Ignite a shooter as it prepares to attack.
Past the right. On the right track.
Stupid one.
I'm going to try to see if I can do this.
Incendio.
Did that work? I don't think it worked.
Not my fault you're a deadly great spider.
Nope. Oh well. We'll get used to trying to get these dueling feats. We'll figure that out. Glad my health recharges when I'm not in combat, because otherwise that would suck. That'd suck big time. I am playing on the hardest difficulty, so...
An encampment.
It would suck big doo-doo.
Looks as if there's more than one way to enter.
Oh, facts. Well then, let's find the nice, fun way to enter. Let's make this nice and interesting. Complete battle in time? Oh, hold on. We're being timed.
When we took his cards.
Start chucking things. We're being timed. Goodbye.
How many of you are there?
Such arrogance.
Goodbye. How do you disarm an enemy again? I think that's what? Like... it's Expelliarmus? Yeah, okay. Yo! Oh, and I died.
Goblins were inferior.
And I died. Yeah, the combat is interesting, to say the least. Steal a Loyalist Ranger's crossbow. A bolt? Steal the whole bolt. That's what I gotta do? I gotta steal the whole dang bolt?
There's more than one way to enter.
How nice of you, Star.
Yeet! It's not telling me when those guys are attacking. Like, it's just...
That's the student who uses strange.
That's a rough one.
Red Rock will unite us.
Yeet! Okay, that's pretty dope.
I won't rest
Okay.
until dead.
Not what I wanted.
I've been fighting since before you were born. Was that your best? That was me. You are terrible. Surely you can see that.
Take that. Take that!
That was quite sudden.
Defeat all enemies however you choose. Okay.
Arms cards.
We did it. We did it. We did it. Alright, free the carts from the encampment. Great game. I'm really enjoying it. I think this game's awesome. So, I still have to figure out how to like get used to the difficulty of this game, because with the combat, it's really, really fast-paced with how it wants me to like block and all that fun stuff. So, I just gotta get used to what that's gonna mostly be like, because I haven't gotten it down fully. I wonder if, yeah, there we go. Yeah, we're smart, big brain. I know how this game works. I know what to look for. Got the money. I feel like the cards are gonna be over here. I feel like that's kind of the point of this thing. We just open, and what? These are his cards. We're good to go. All done. Return to Arn.
Quite an enchantment.
We have an azure niffler scarf and a flamboyant cloak. And the cards ride themselves? Oh, they must have thestrals on them. Wait, no. We can see thestrals because we've seen someone die. We saw someone die at the beginning of the game. So they definitely are just they're self-led. Unless the game is trying to retcon the fact that we see someone live, but that'd be rude. Run. Big sneeze. Oh. Get a flaming spider to blow it up? No. The heck was that?
Hello, sir. What do you sell here?
Talk to the
Hello.
shopkeeper.
I'm Jalal Semi, and this is my potion shop. I can answer any
got
questions you
potions.
have about the town.
Well, any rumors going about?
Any whispers going about the town?
There's a thief on the loose by the name of Katrin Haggerty. She's an ashwinder. She's stealing everything that's not nailed down, and people have had enough.
Okay.
Katrin's hiding in a camp just southwest of town.
Dope. Who are you?
Can you tell me a bit about yourself?
Other than Jalal Semi.
Let's see. Well, I am Lower Hogsfield's preeminent potioneer.
Okay.
And I was once a lowly Hogwarts student like you.
Lowly?
In fact, I'll give you...
What's
a
with the
Hogwarts
disrespect, my
discount.
dude?
It's the standard price. My price is a low enough
Right.
already, you see.
What do you sell?
What do you have for sale?
I sell only potions and their ingredients. If you can't fix it with a potion, then it's best left broken, I say. My ingredients are all local to this area, and my potions are brewed to keep you healthy and safe.
I'll check
What
his
do you have
word.
for sale?
What can I help you with today?
So he does have some Wigan welds, so we'll go ahead and buy those.
Ah, yes, a wonderful choice.
Maxima potion and an Edorus potion. I don't think we'll need anything out there. We'll go ahead and sell, not that.
I'll have no trouble selling this. Thank you.
Make our money back on those Wigan welds. Done.
I hope to see you again sometime.
And we've made our money's worth. Alright, let's talk to Arn.
If you're here for my wares,
On, I have good news. Your carts are on their way back.
I don't know what to say. Any hope I have of getting my belongings back was quickly fading. Ramrock's lot called me a fool for believing in the good in wizard kind. Thank you for proving them wrong.
Yeah, it was no trouble.
I managed to free your carts fairly easily.
Oh, I'm glad you're all
No, we
right.
got wrecked,
Oh,
but
I
I'm not
can't
gonna
wait
tell.
for
I'm not gonna
things back,
put that on
especially
this
my
guy.
talents. You know, you've inspired me. I've been dealing with witches and wizards for years, and we've always got along just fine. Perhaps my next piece will be a tribute to all that is good between us.
That sounds wonderful.
What a nice idea, Ron. I wish you luck with it.
Oh, I can't wait to get started. Thank you again for all you've done.
You are very welcome, my friend. Enjoy the rest of your life. Got a goblin-made helmet. That's dope. And we have another collection. For our wand handles, we have the swirl. It does kind of fit what we have, but I like that because it's got like some Jedi vibes going on. A dark arts hat. What does that goblin helmet look like? Yo, that's low-key kind of dope. If we got full armor, that'd be pretty cool. Not gonna lie. Cool. Alright, time to talk to Natty.
It is good to see you, my friend.
And you as well.
Hello, Natty. How are you?
We originally were going to
I
meet
hope
her,
you've
but we got
recovered
some
from
side
our
quests
rather
done
eventful trip to Hogsmeade.
before we got started.
I'm well, but I have been worried about you, my friend. With Ranrock and Rookwood and Harlow after you?
That's
Alright,
no
well,
issues.
We did not speak about it at the
No
time.
worries.
But I am hoping now you might tell me why they were looking for you.
They want something that I have found.
They want something that Professor Fig and I found at Gringotts.
When were you at Gringotts?
Just before we came to Hogwarts. In fact, it's why I was late to the sorting ceremony. A portkey brought us there after the dragon attacked our carriage.
What on earth?
There's one more thing. It's a bit odd, if I'm honest. Professor Fig says I have a rare connection to a powerful form of ancient magic.
Is that the magic you used fighting the trolls in Hogsmeade?
I think so. I'm still learning, but I can see traces of it, and I've cast magic I can't otherwise explain. I know that's a lot to absorb.
It is. And I will have more questions. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us. To all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. I realized something that day in Hogsmeade. You displayed such courage fighting that troll. And Serona wasn't intimidated one bit by Rookwood and Harlow. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
Good for you.
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matibili land. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
I'm glad to hear it.
Good. Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair. And the fact that they're working with Ranrock, well...
All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning.
Not
I was
poachers.
thinking that we could investigate a bit. Try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
I beg your pardon. How dare you threaten me?
What's going on here?
They must have come this way. Think!
All right, let's go figure out what's going on
What do you
here.
think I might have seen? I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to.
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
stupefied.
I hope you have your affairs together. What are you doing? You will pay.
Got him. Let's freaking go, baby. Oh, there's more.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
No, you won't. You won't watch the light go out of no one's eyes. Bruh.
I'm not going anywhere.
Nice.
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
Are you all right?
I don't make the rules, lady.
No small part to your excellent defensive skills.
Let's slow down. I wouldn't really call him excellent. I'm doing pretty rough.
Ready to dispatch me to get to you.
Ashwinders.
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
Who is Priya?
You mentioned someone named Priya.
Yes, my wife. She's the one who piqued my interest in Merlin. Gave me a book when we were students at Hogwarts. Typical hard-working Hufflepuff, brilliant potioneer, has her own shop in Nocturne Alley. She's a traveling vendor. Hears what's going on in the Highlands before I do.
Research. How interesting.
You're a researcher.
Nora Treadwell at your service, historian and archaeologist specializing in Merlin's work and life.
How extraordinary.
Merlin? Of the legend of King Arthur?
The very same. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
How fascinating.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you
I'm
in
thinking
on
we're
a
gonna
little
remove-
secret. No one has yet managed to
What I'm
figure
thinking
out
is
how
going
they work.
into the gear
But
selection,
I
seeing if I can
believe
set
have
the
just
hats and
unlocked
glasses
a
to just not
crucial clue.
appear.
I suspect that Mallows
Just so that I can
is an important component in getting the
see my
trials
character's
to work.
face.
Mallowsweet.
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see,
At least there are like
each
cutscenes
word in
and stuff.
Merlin's writing
And so like
has
maybe
a
when we get
symbol
closer
in
towards the end of the
center.
game, or at least when we're done with the
That
story,
started me thinking,
just put all those bad boys back up.
Mallowsweet is meant to be
Woo!
placed at the
There was
center
a couple
of the
hiccups.
symbols.
Precisely.
There's a couple hiccups that were trying to
Won't you
fight
care
me
to do the honors?
on their
We can
arrival.
see what comes of our little hypothesis.
We can. We absolutely can make them invisible. Yeah, we'll do that for now. Just so that Alden's got a little bit of some visibility in the game.
I I brought a trunk chock full of mallow sweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the mallow sweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the mallow sweet on the swell, and we'll see what happens. My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared!
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious. But it's beard!
The flames make the pyre sink.
Beard, how beautiful! What a day. I can hardly believe it.
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require mallow sweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you. And do be careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
What quest is available? I mean, obviously we have the exploration challenges with Merlin trials. Okay, that's cool.
Greetings. I understand you're quite the enterprising young Ravenclaw. Professor Fig tells me you found a long-lost book for him. I'd like to talk to you about it.
Okay, off to Ollivander's. What's this? Is that a Merlin trial? We'll do that one first. Because it's only one more that we have to do before we get the challenge for it.
I should investigate. Revelio.
I don't know if it's inside. Most likely. Give me the thing. Groundskeeper's tools. One might surmise that this set of tools could be enchanted to create all sorts of furnishings for a cozy hut, as large as the occupant may need.
Accio. Incendio. Accio.
Alright, cool, that worked. Yes. Breaking pots.
Oh, here's a pleasant surprise. Accio. Levioso.
I wonder if this is gonna need the pulso. Maybe if I do this. Maybe if I do it from here. No, that's gonna need another spell. Okay. A tease, what a tease. Travel to Hogsmeade.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I've mostly...
Good of you to come. My friend, Professor Fig, speaks highly of you and your resourcefulness. He was vague as to details, but mentioned your having tracked down a difficult-to-find book. I wondered if you'd be willing to do a little detective work on my behalf.
Sounds intriguing.
Of course, Mr. Ollivander. Sounds most up my street.
Wonderful. You see, about a century ago, an heirloom applewood wand with a fairy wing core went missing from this very shop. My great-aunt suspected a student named Richard Jackdaw. He'd been serving as an assistant here and suddenly vanished.
Richard Jackdaw?
Like the bird. In fact, he was known to frequent the Hogwarts Owlery. We searched there, of course, but found no wand. We did find a series of statues similar to Jackdaw's. I'm certain they're a clue, but I cannot figure out where they lead. Jackdaw was last heard tittering about some pages with a map he'd stolen from Peeves. As you can imagine, the poltergeist was less than helpful.
Why don't you continue searching the owlery?
Surely you could continue searching the owlery.
Oh, one would think. However, the headmaster does not take kindly to an old wand maker loitering about the place. Can't say I blame him. Also, I have perhaps been looking for too long. I feel a fresh set of eyes, and a bright mind like yours is sure to solve this riddle.
Why that wand?
Is there anything special about the wand?
Oh, yes. It's terribly special. But not in the way you might think. It won't grant special powers to the caster, no. Nothing like that. But it will ease the hearts and minds of the Ollivanders to know of its return. And that power is immeasurable.
That's fair, like the power of peace. Right, like it's
Why would
that
you
internal
think of taking
peace,
the
the
wand?
feeling
I must
of being
admit I
at
have no
peace.
idea. From what I can gather,
There's a lot of
he
strength
fancied
to that.
himself an adventurer of sorts. Always looking for trouble. In fact, after he went missing, rumor had it his ghost was seen in Hogsmeade. Never heard much about him after that, but it seems as if his adventurous spirit may have got the better of him. Perhaps he thought that the wand had some special power simply because of its esteemed lineage. Astonishing how misunderstood the art of wand making is.
I'll see what I can find.
I'll have a look for you. You've certainly given me plenty to go on.
Ah, you've brought hope to this old wand maker's heart. Professor Fig was right. You are a remarkable student.
Nice. Investigate the owlery. I like that mask. Oh my goodness. Is it in Hogwarts? It is. We got a side quest, Summoner's Court, match 1. Let's do it.
What are you doing out here? Challenging you to a game of Summoner's Court. I think it's time you faced a real opponent, outside of Ronan's little lesson in charms class. Summoner's Court isn't just a game. It's a battle of skill. A test of a witch or wizard's mettle. What say?
Very well.
I'm in. Let's do it.
Brilliant! Summoner's Court. The ever-changing game. Accio.
Take your ball.
nothing to it.
Accio.
That was one for the ages. Accio. Try to beat that. Lucky shot. Accio.
Oh! Oh, this should be easy. Because I can knock that one out.
My wand slipped.
Should be able to knock it out.
Accio.
That's all that matters is I won. Just like that, buddy.
Not bad.
Like, what, 110 points?
Well done. You beat me.
That's what I thought, buddy. And I even gave you a free 10 points. What are they? What? Oh, they're playing.
Bit of good luck. That's all.
That wasn't luck.
I'm not lucky, I'm simply better than you.
All right, fine. You're right.
Yeah,
You're
don't
better than me.
square up and
All
say
I
it's his
know is
luck,
that you're
pal.
willing to keep playing.
The others?
I lost 7 matches in a row to Samantha Dale. The others who play Summoner's Court thought that if you couldn't beat me, you wouldn't be enough of a challenge.
Keep practicing.
Chin up, Leander. Keep practicing and you'll get better.
I suppose you're right. I'll let the others know that your metal's been tested, and that you passed.
Great. Now we go to the owlery.
Accio.
Run! Oh, it's a... That was a real owl.
The statues Mr. Ollivander mentioned must be upstairs amongst the owls. Don't mind me, owls. I'm just here to help a friend. Now, where are those statues? I recognize these handles. The summoning charm should do.
The Hogwarts Owl. School owls and owls owned by students can be found in the Hogwarts Owlery. One is advised to explore carefully, keeping an eye out for owl droppings and regurgitated mouse skeletons.
This'll do nicely. Accio. I'd best keep looking.
What I want.
No statues here. Nothing. Here's a welcome surprise.
I think we gotta go up.
Birds aren't afraid of heights. Perhaps I should look a bit higher. Accio. I'd best keep looking. No statues here. Nothing. I'd best keep looking. No statues here. I'll take that, thank you. Nothing. This'll do nicely. Accio! Here's a welcome surprise. I'd best keep looking.
Got everything, so we can head down. And collect the rest of these statues. There's quite a few that landed.
What's happening?
The voice acting is impeccable. Look at that. He gets pulled up and he's just like,
Someone solved my puzzle after all these years.
so dumb.
Well done indeed. Good news. If you've got something to hide, you found the perfect spot. Richard Jackdaw, at your service.
The Richard Jackdaw. So Mr. Ollivander was right. He wants his family wand back.
Goodness. I'd forgotten about that wand. I assure you I don't have it on me. I'm almost certain I dropped it the moment I was beheaded in that cave. Oh, it was sheer folly to follow that map.
What map?
Ridiculous, really. Found it on some yellowed old pages Peeves had pilfered. Thought I could impress a girl. But that's a story for another day.
So, you stole a wand and then followed a map on some pages that you took from Peeves and followed that map to your doom.
Odd to hear it all reduced to such absurdity, but yes. Why do you care about some old wand?
I don't really. Ollivander does. It's the pages I'm after. Might they be with the wand in the cave?
Indeed. Say, here's an idea. Why don't you meet me at the edge of the Forbidden Forest? I'd be happy to show you where to find them.
That sounds like a great idea. How did you lose your head?
I think I can guess how you died, but who did it to you?
I was having a look about when I suddenly sensed a refreshing breeze. After which I felt, well, lightheaded. That's all I remember. Hence, if you do visit the cave, be prepared. I can't tell you what for specifically, but you seem a perceptive sort. Beware a light breeze.
Why did you take the wand?
Why would you steal Mr. Ollivander's family wand?
The family were always going on about how special it was, so I took it. Who could resist? Sadly, it wasn't special enough to save my neck. I fully intended to return it once I learned it was only special for sentimental reasons, but as you can see, I never got the chance.
How did you steal from Peeves?
How is it possible to steal from Peeves? A poltergeist?
I didn't steal the pages from his ghostly form. I merely found them in his wake of destruction. He's got a penchant for wrecking things. Books, bottles, suits
got
of
a
armor,
penchant?
whatever's likely to cause the most chaos.
Is that how it's
I
pronounced?
didn't even notice they were gone.
Instead of saying like a penchant, you're supposed to say a penchant.
If that's the only way for me to get those pages, I'll meet you there.
If you don't mind the sight of my decapitated skeleton, the wand and the pages are
Penchant.
yours for
Yeah,
the
I mean that's the technical pronunciation based on Oxford's dictionary's penchant. But that penchant sounded a lot cooler. It was like saying like it's basically the difference between saying croissant and croissant. Like croissant sounds a lot cooler than croissant. Who's up here? Map with floating candles.
A map. It doesn't appear to be connected to the missing pages.
That it does not. Merlin Trials, Forbidden Forest. Let's go travel here. Because I know where that thing is, so we're going to head this way. I believe it's here. For a picnic. See you soon, Richard.
Lumos.
Something. Did I just like miss it? See if we can wait. Wait to make it nighttime.
Lumos.
There we go.
Enchanted candles. Wonder where they're heading. The candles seem to be leading into the Forbidden Forest.
Birds. Elk.
Lumos. The treasure must be nearby. I suppose a picnic at the Forbidden treasure hunting suits me.
Nice. Yes, we don't like those darn mongrels.
Here I am, as good as my word.
We meet again, Richard Jackdaw.
I suppose I shouldn't be surprised to see you. Only
You
a
did.
Ravenclaw would travel this far in pursuit of knowledge.
You did.
Well said. Now where do we go
Like,
from here?
I'm muted?
Follow me.
Or you
I
have
shall
me
lead you as
muted.
far
I
as
think
I
it's that
can,
you have me muted.
but
Welcome
I
in,
fear I
Ryan.
may
Thanks for the
remain a
lurk. I
tad
appreciate it.
reluctant to revisit the scene of my demise.
Make
Keep
sure.
your eyes open for a bird bath. When you find it, say
Yeah, not me.
Intramuros. I think it's Latin.
But always, thanks for the lurk. I
As you can
appreciate the
imagine,
lurk
I
as
never
always.
paid much attention in
Hope you're having a
school.
good time.
Shall we?
Go ahead and do this. If you guys aren't already following Air 13, the good old cheese lord himself, please feel free to do so because he's an absolute G. His streams are always super fun. He's got a lot of great channel redeems, got a lot of great sound bites. Like, he's got all the good stuff.
You've been very helpful.
And he's been a huge supporter of the channel growth. He's been super helpful in my quest to be a Twitch affiliate. He's very, very helpful in that. So if you're not following Air 13, I highly recommend it.
Surprising how much
You will
of
not
this
be
is
disappointed in doing
rather
so.
unfortunately coming back to me.
We like spiders.
Yes. You know, the closer we get, the more I'm remembering. Probably best I leave you to it.
Stay good.
I don't like that these guys are level 20. And this is the quest I have to do? They're just level 20? That's freaking ridiculous. That is stupid crazy. Alright, let's give this a shot.
Incendio.
Big spider. And I'm dead. Wow. Just wow. Yo, where are all these little guys coming from, bro? Jesus Christ, with all these little guys. My man.
Incendio.
Bruh. Bruh. Come on, man. Where's the other guy? Holy moly.
Incendio.
Sometimes I do wonder if your eyes are still in your head. What? You may want to. Slippery little shrike. Shame you're dying. You'll miss the smell.
Oh my goodness, man. Like, I'm gonna have to put this on pause and, like, just go level up for a bit because this is ridiculous. I can't believe it would put me at a power spike to that degree where it's just like, yeah, good luck, buddy. That's genuinely frustrating. So, I'm gonna have to go fight some stuff. And, you know, I guess, I'll set a waypoint here and we'll dip out. is the Flue Flame unavailable? Might as well just wander.
Abandoned long ago, no doubt.
Kill people as I find them.
Incendio. Accio. Incendio. Protego. Incendio. Accio.
Nice.
Accio. Accio. Levioso. Accio.
Get me out of here. Nice. Save it real quick. Ooh. I accidentally unplugged my headset. My bad. Alright, find those poachers again.
Levioso.
I know all about it.
Levioso.
Am I supposed to be impressed?
Incendio. Accio.
Nice.
The waterfall. For a thief, Jackdaw's surprisingly as good as his word.
Puffskeins. Okay. This is where Puffskeins are.
Something oddly solemn about this place. Such regal creatures, stags. There it is. Just as Jackdaw described. Intramuros.
Get me in there.
Aren't you a little far from home?
Renrock knew you'd eventually lead us to whatever it is you're hiding.
Protego.
Are you quite finished?
Levioso. Accio.
Get out of here.
Those loyalists will report back to Ranrock now. Let's see where Jackdaw has led me.
Jackdaw's tomb. So it looks like spiders are just vastly ahead of my level.
I wonder how big this place is. Accio.
Hey, yo. All right.
Impressive.
Puzzles.
That must be where all this leads.
We like puzzles. Puzzles are the good stuff.
Someone didn't want casual visitors down here.
I mean, I wouldn't want casual visitors down there either. So I can't necessarily say that I blame them.
I wonder if any of my spells will help me through this.
Oh, I wanted to. Nice. Oh, there's a lot of spiders in here.
I'm gonna touch those. Ugh.
Oh, I almost had the dueling combat wanted. Balls. Nice. Dark Arts dueling gloves. Inventory in just a moment. Obviously, we got new spiders. Furious. We found the stench of dead. Oh yeah, there is armor. Spider Slayer armor. Dope. We might be able to be a wizarding paladin. Give that a look-sees here. Heck yeah. I think I gotta go this way.
platform ought to be able to float straight to me.
Oh, this is good. Okay. That went a lot better than expected.
That's odd. I'd have thought Jackdaw would have been interested in this, but there's no sign of him.
Let me over there. Blue turban. Well, it's funny. Oh, no, 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 no. That's what you want.
Another puzzle. But if Jackdaw could solve this, so can I. Perhaps the next symbol is hidden somewhere. Revelio.
Got him. Can't fool me, buddy. Nice. Do I need one more? I'm thinking to finish that all out. Ugh.
An untouched chest. Jackdaw wasn't very thorough in his search of this cave. Accio. It's a good thing Jackdaw didn't fall down there. Not a headless skeleton in sight. But I may as well help myself to this. Incendio! I'm glad Richard Jackdaw left.
Nice. Whoa!
But where could he be?
Don't kill me.
An untouched chest. Jackdaw wasn't very thorough in his search of this cave. Incendio.
Oh, I can't crawl through that. Lame. Oh. That's not good. I wonder where it's gonna put me. Where it's gonna put me. Okay, good. Right before the chest.
That's odd. I'd have thought Jackdaw would have been interested in this loot, but there's no...
Die. Nice.
Not a headless skeleton in sight. But I may as well help myself to this. Accio.
Nice. Got a helmet. Oh, that looks like the actual way to go. So we're gonna not go that way. And we're gonna go the not way to go. Starting with this way.
Untouched chest. Jackdaw wasn't very thorough in his search of this cave.
There's too much gear. Gear. Yeah, we're destroying that. I'm solved.
There it is.
This looks like where you would fight a boss fight. But
more spiders. These can't be got bad as this Jackdaw. Potato.
not good.
Incendio. Accio. Protego. Stupefy. Levioso. Farewell, monster.
Nice.
I think how these spiders have multiplied since Jackdaw came this way.
Nice, nice, nice. Oh, I'm missing one? I am.
I need to look around for the symbol.
There we go. We'll get that chest back up and around.
I'm glad Richard Jackdaw left a little something behind for me, but where could he be? I must be getting closer to Jackdaw's remains and those pages. We meet again, Richard Jackdaw.
Nice.
Oh, shame. Those splinters must be what's left of Ollivander's wand. At least I can take the pages. Here it is. The map that brought your doom, Jackdaw. Is there something beyond this room?
Oh.
Incendio.
Nice. Big boy. No moss. Oh. Come on, buddy. Gotcha.
What? That's unnerving. What's happening? Lumos. I've seen this before.
Investigate.
In the restricted section.
That is true. We have seen that.
Where am I? Oh no, the room's starting to flood. How am I being protected? What sort of magic is this?
Oh, so that's not us? Well, obviously, you didn't say like a spell, like bubbleless appearance or something like that.
Magic protects me until I'm able to make my way out of here.
Hey, we gotta wait for the bubble to fill.
What is this place?
It's all different areas? Oh, these are all different people.
Can it be?
It's you.
Has someone finally found our map chamber?
I recognize you from the Pensives. You're Professor Rackham.
I am indeed. I must confess that I am surprised to see someone so young standing before me.
I'm the same age that you and Isadora Morganach were when you started at Hogwarts.
You've paid attention, and might I presume you share our ability?
To see traces of ancient magic? Yes, sir, I do.
As you have likely realized by now, our ability gives us a unique relationship with all forms of magic.
Facts.
We can access expressions of magic that few others can.
Because we're cool.
Opportunities will arise that allow you to sharpen this rare talent. Do not squander them.
I won't, Professor. Thank you.
We have much to discuss. But first, a map found in a certain book led you here. Place the book on the pedestal.
I don't have the book with me, sir.
That is unfortunate. I'm afraid we must pause our conversation until you return with the book.
Why is this called the map chamber?
I'm a bit confused, sir. Why is this room called the map chamber?
I assure you that all will be clear once the book has been placed on the pedestal.
Are you a seer?
The statues and carvings in the house on the cliffside, those are of you. Are you a seer?
I am.
Did you know that I would be here?
I cannot say more at present, except to say that your presence here does not entirely surprise me.
I'll bring the book.
Very well. I'll retrieve the book right away.
Good. We shall speak again once the book is in place.
Okay. Your connection to ancient magic has unlocked talent points. Alright. We have a lot of different options. So we'll start with Dark Arts. Is that for Stunning Curse? The Blood Curse. We don't have curses right now, so I'm not worried about Dark Arts. So we'll start here. Incendio Mastery, Sense of Flash Wave. Accio Mastery, multiple targets are pulled near. Enemies are levitated. Multiple enemies. We'll start with Incendio because I'm tending to get swarmed by people. I'm thinking this is going to be a little bit beneficial to keep people away. We actually have 11 talent points available, so sorry, we're just gonna go ham. So we're gonna go there. We'll go core, and we'll get spell knowledge 1, spell knowledge 2. We need Wiggenweld potency. We need Wiggenweld potency 2. I'll get... we don't have need for that just yet. We'll definitely get Swift. Yeah, because we're going to want more Ancient Magic. Ancient Magic throw catches and throws disarmed enemy weapons. Oh, that's dope. So we can Expelliarmus. We would want to Expelliarmus a lot. Reduces spell cooldowns. Yeah. I like that. Enemies ability to detect, use to do. So let's just sprint. Enemies reduce. Don't care. For each Chinese chomping cabbage, Heterous Potion makes you invulnerable and deflects projectiles back to enemies. Let's just stick with, honestly, with like core stuff for now. Ranger Revelio. We'll start there. It's a good grip of stuff. Well, that was good. We got a lot of talent points which you're able to use, which is
I found
pretty
the
small.
pages and the map chamber. Why would I need the book?
It's a great question, my friend. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're actually going to put Expelliarmus up there. So we have our combat one. And then we're going to have one completely for all of our utility spells. Cool. We should be able to just walk right up and take this guy's stuff. You're mine.
Incendio! I'm back at Hogwarts. I wonder when Professor Fig will be back. I did promise him I wouldn't neglect my studies while he was away. Suppose I have enough to distract myself with till he returns with the book.
Destroy those stupid glasses.
Revelio.
There it is.
You need to learn Depulso, the banishing charm. Useful for pushing objects or adversaries away. Complete the required tasks and meet me in my classroom.
Okay. Got him. Yeah, buddy. Okay, let's go to Hogsmeade and sell some stuff. Before we continue, let's see here. Gladrag's wizard wear, Bruden Peck, don't need beast stuff. Ollivanders, wands. Let's go, yeah, to Pippin's. That's where we'll go. Just potions, call that cool. We can sell a bunch of stuff and then hope maybe buy some more Wiggenwelds, all the good things. Give me your things.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Yes.
Come on in.
Indeed.
Healing potions are a speciality here, should you need any.
Focus potion. Visibility potion. Oh, we get Thunder Brew.
A wise decision. Thank you.
Yeah, all those stuffs.
I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
Oh. Head away over here. Depending on how long the side quest takes, this should be the last thing we do.
Revelio.
Butterbeer barrels. These barrels contain the popular wizarding drink butterbeer. It is served both cold and hot. Has a slight alcoholic content that seems to impact house elves much more than humans. That's a fair point. Where the heck is the door?
Taking down that troll in the village.
I have courage to go into the forest.
Pardon me, but were you saying something?
Oh, hello. Talking to myself. I'm Clementine.
That's a little
Let's
weird.
Charmed. I was musing on the precious butterflies I see near the edge of the forest. Whenever I come near, they fly off into it. When I was at Hogwarts, we truly were forbidden from entering the forest. Told
It is the
horrible
Forbidden
stories
Forest,
about
so
it,
that's
and
fair.
I've had an irrationally intense fear of it ever since. It's silly, but I'm insatiably curious as to where the butterflies go in the forest. You couldn't possibly find out, could you?
You want me to follow the butterflies?
I do, yes. If you wouldn't mind.
What did you hear about the forest?
What were the horrible stories you were told about the Forbidden Forest?
You know, the monsters, spiders, kids getting beheaded. You know, classic stuff.
At 11 years old, it sticks with you.
That is fair. I'll think about it.
Very well. If I have time, I shall see where they lead.
Oh, how kind. Students these days have so much more courage than I ever did.
That's
You
fair.
can usually find me right around here. I hope to see you soon. Don't forget, the butterflies always seem to be on the fringes of the...
Find the butterflies.
There they are. She wasn't making it up. Well, we've come this far. Miss Willardsey might get an answer about these butterflies.
Yeah, woo. Oh, gross, spiders. Why do you want to... Yeah, I was going to say, you don't want to go towards the spiders, dude.
Well, well. Look what we have.
Oh, nice. Hogsmeade. And we will travel back to Hogsmeade and turn this quest, and then we should be done for the night. Since we started a good grip early, we're going to end kind of on time with that, utilizing our normal streaming length and not our normal stream ending time. So we'll be ending here in just a bit.
Hello, Miss Willardsey.
Obviously, we'll be back tomorrow morning with some Final Fantasy X, which will be great. Yes, and I was well rewarded.
They led me into the forest and revealed a treasure.
Oh, how lovely! I'm glad you were rewarded for your efforts. Perhaps one day I'll be able to bring myself to go into the forest.
Maybe. You never
For
know.
now, I'm happy simply knowing there's something so lovely to see, should I dare.
Alright, follow the butterflies. Okay. All said and done. Just teleport where I need to go, and then we'll call it. Any side quests here? Oh, there's one. Descending for sweets. We'll see how long this one is. Side quests normally don't take too long, but we might post up. We might at least talk to Gareth and just get the quests unlocked, so then when we come back we know kind of what we're leading off with. That was an interesting class.
That was an interesting class.
Thanks to you. Wasn't precisely what I had in mind, but it was still brilliant. I appreciate
We
your
helped
help.
him steal a Hooper
Hope Sharp
feather.
wasn't too disagreeable when you handed in your potion. Heard him talking about taking responsibility.
We did lie. It was nothing.
Professor Sharp was annoyed, but we sorted it out. No harm.
Cheers to that. He probably had a good chuckle after we left. Sharp may seem gruff, but I'd bet a few galleons he blew up a potion or two in his day. Best be off. Next time we talk, I promise, fewer explosions.
Were you calling me, Gareth?
I was. After you helped me with that Fooper feather and potions, I reckoned you might be just the person I need. You see, I have an idea for a fizzing Whizbee-inspired beverage, but I'm missing a key ingredient.
I can't wait to see what you brew up.
You and your concoctions. I don't know how you come up with these things.
It's a gift, truly. So, I suspect the key ingredient in fizzing Whizbees is dried billywig stings. I heard there's a store of them in Honeyduke's cellar. I'd get them myself, but my Aunt Matilda has her eye on me. Thinks I need to focus on potions class for a while, not for my own brews. I was hoping you could follow a secret passage to Honeyduke's cellar and grab a few dried billywig stings for me.
I'd be happy to.
Sounds simple enough. And who wouldn't want to go to Honeyduke's?
Ah, brilliant. Thank you. The passage is hidden behind the statue of a one-eyed witch in the third-floor corridor. Just tap it with your wand and say, Descendium.
Can't someone buy them for you?
Couldn't you have someone buy the dried billywig stings?
They're not for sale, and you never know when the cellar's going to be locked. So, the reliable way in
Hi,
and
buddy.
out is through the secret entrance.
Isn't this stealing?
Are you asking me to steal from a shop?
Goodness, it's not as if I'm asking you to rob Gringotts. Honeyduke's is more than enough, and I only need a few. It's a sweets ingredient. They won't be missed. Trust me.
I'll give it a try.
I'll see what I can do, Gareth.
Fair enough. You shall be the first one to taste my newest brew if you can be of help. Perhaps I can convince a meat to help me with my potions homework. Get my aunt to loosen her reins a bit.
Awesome. All right, yeah.
Get those dried
And find the
billywig
statue
stings
with
for
the
Gareth,
one-eyed
please, to
witch.
finish his latest concoction.
We will hold it off here because I don't want to kind of keep moving forward. We can totally pick up next week. So now that we have the quest, we can pick up where the quest ended off, which is good. It gives us a really good place to kind of pick up, which is totally cool. We got potions, and the last thing we got was a Revelio page, obviously. I think that was what the butterbeer barrels is probably what it's going to be if I can find it. These are all stuff inside of Hogwarts. Butterbeer, there we go. Boom, yep. And then quests, obviously we got the assignment, which is acquire and use a focus potion, and then acquire Maxima and Eterus potions, and then use them simultaneously. We might have to, I don't know, well, we'll get that figured out. Anyways, yeah, we'll pick up here next.
Witch statue shouldn't be too hard to find.
Got him. Okay, we'll pick up here next week. This will be a perfect spot to save it. Tomorrow we will be back with some Final Fantasy X. We just got done with Seymour Flux, and by that level, we got done with Mount Gagazet. So we're going to be picking up in the cave that leads up to Xanarkand. We're going to do a lot of leveling up, so I doubt that we'll be fighting. I think at most we're going to just be fighting the whole time. A lot of combat. It's just going to be back-to-back fights so we can level up and then get to the Sanctuary Keeper. I really think we're going to spend the whole time there. I don't think we're going to move forward into Xanarkand, and we'll save Xanarkand for itself. We'll probably spend another entire day in Xanarkand because of how much stuff is in there. And then once that's done, it's a hop and a skip over to Sin. We're getting closer and closer to being done with like the story components of it. And then we can switch over and do all the extra stuff. Here, we're a far ways. We are so far away from that, so it's gonna be good. It's a good week. Thanks everyone so much for hanging out tonight. Really appreciate it. I hope to see you guys tomorrow. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, whether you're on Twitch or on YouTube. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your night, and we will see you tomorrow.